let me perceive forgiveness as it is. So this course would definitely be difficult if forgiveness is a new thing to you. And of course we have talked about it a few times, but essentially I always will tell you that it is impossible to teach. So yes, as this talks about this idea of pardon and that the strange arrangement of sharing pardon and this whole sense of just what it goes off on, talking about how the person that's pardoning someone is as much as in the sin that the other one is as well. And so it's kind of like this rude thing to do. As you know, I'm higher than you and I can forgive and pardon your disgusting pitifulness, right? As if that somehow is godly. So it's a pretty interesting thing to say that something actually happened, something actually occurred, and that you have the ability to, say, surrender their handcuffs or somehow let them out of prison, right? This idea is a misunderstanding of what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is letting yourself go, not just of what they did, not just of what occurred, we're not even referring, you don't even have to refer to sins anymore. Not anymore. So the idea and what is actually occurring, the original sin, has nothing to do with actions. Nothing to do with actions. Nothing at all. Actions come after, say, what the original sin is, and it's not something that you're just born with. In fact, it's before birth, and it's called the essence of the entire existence of all physicality. So if the original sin be yours own, then the world started when you did. So the original sin, which it doesn't get into that so much in that description of what the original sin is, but there is definitely the original, say, misunderstanding in what a sin actually is. A misunderstanding or skewed perspective, something that's misunderstood, okay? Your reality is being misunderstood right now. This is a sin. You're misunderstanding your reality right now. So seeing bodies is a sin. And it's not that you're going to go to hell because you are sinning. It's that you are in hell. You're in a world of death and pain and fear and weird government control issues. All these things going on. This is what you would call hell. Because you guarantee, by your own perception, to be tortured by what you see. Yeah. Not just see, but by how you see the world, how you experience the world. You torture yourself with it. You see it everywhere you go. You hear it, everything you hear, and you use it to torture yourself. So the original sin is essentially your peer torture. What is that? Well, let's take an example. Let's just make an example at the top of my head. Right? Someone calls you ugly. Right? Someone calls you ugly. And you might be questioning your looks. You might have always struggled with how you looked your entire life. You might just be like, take it personal. Right? They called me ugly. I process that to be, crap, maybe I am ugly. Oh, this sucks. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. Oh, I want to kill myself. I'm ugly. It hurts. It's so bad. Everybody thinks I'm ugly. Have I been delusional my whole life? Someone calls you stupid. Oh, how do they know? Oh, everybody knows I'm stupid. Suffering, pain. That was mine. Struggle with stupidity. And you struggle with it, right? Now, when they call you a gliklappa, you gliklappa. Oh, I'm a gliklap. Oh wait, what's a gliklappa? What's a gliklappa? Anybody know what a gliklappa is? Because I would like to know. But it's not very offensive when you have no idea what it means, right? It's not very offensive. But if you knew what a gliklappa was, I mean, let alone a gliklap like this, right, that's real bad. Like, how could you live with yourself and your gliklapalness? You have no idea what I'm talking about, right? So that's not very offensive. Not offensive at all. This is just the beginning of understanding that it is through the processing of your definitions that make it offensive. So you think seeing and perceiving someone's sins is about them? No, it's how much you process what it is and the way you think that makes it offensive. It is always that way. So if you're actually trying to become godly, you want to think like God, as many gurus, even Jesus, right? You have to think in the way in which does not process, right, if things are good or evil. You cannot use the processing system of the knowledge of good and evil and see a reality in which God exists. A real actuality of actual seeing and experiencing God. Not just, oh, God exists here, I know, I blaspheme. Yeah, you lie to yourself often about that. You really want it to be true. But seeing bodies is your delusion. Your sin. You're choosing to see bodies and death and suffering and pain instead of knowing God. You're choosing this. So the idea of forgiveness and what forgiveness actually is about you letting go of your definitions of what is what. What is what? See everything as a gliklapla. I think we just made a new t-shirt. Think of everything as a gliklapla. How do you spell that? As a nothing. You have to see past it. This is the key essence to my course, my A Course in Miracles intensive course, that is about ascending, taking it to the most intense level. You have to let it all go, literally. To have nothing in your mind anymore. No idea where you are. You don't know if you're in a body. You don't know if you're in a world. You don't know. All gliklapas. All gliklapas. You don't know what it is. You have no way of processing it anymore. You see words? You don't know if they're words. They're just gliklapas. No idea. No idea. You see people? You don't know they're people. You don't even know if you're seeing or not. You have no idea. It's all gliklapas to you. Because you have forgiven the world. Now, that's to say, you literally will not see a world and experience this world of pain and suffering anymore when you actually forgive. So it's not about somebody's sin. Yes, that can be helpful. You can use that. That's great. Do that. Pardoning of someone's sin is very noble, very beautiful, a wonderful thing to do. I do it all the time, right? Gliklapas. It's all gliklapas. Just see it as nothing and to continue to be who you are designed to be. That is the best way in which you are naturally on this journey of following guidance. You don't need to concern yourself if you're following your intuition or not, because if you are forgiving, that means relinquishing definitions of your mind, relinquishing the ideas of opposition of your mind, and being yourself, you naturally follow guidance to your full divine awakening. And that's what forgiveness actually is. So this is applied to everything. Eventually you start to realize that I see a pencil because I see definitions. I see a cup, lesson 7, because I see definitions. I see the past. I see all the constructs in which I made up a cup. I see a microphone. I see a light. I see a camera. I see you. You see me. You see a phone. You see that thing you just spilled because of definitions. All of these things can be, and you will, forgive them. It's inevitable. Life is this course in miracles, and you will eventually discover and accept the full function of salvation by applying the sense of forgiveness. So, of course, we could have gotten into all sorts of details about how they would experience it because you're going into it, how everybody's going to be going to it because you're going to it, and they're all just a reflection of your mind. But we're not entirely concerned about that. What we're concerned with is letting it all go. Free your mind. Yeah, the rest will follow.